Let's go. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
First of all, you're a follower of my channel?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You like my channel? You like the shit I deliver?
Yeah, I love a lot of that stuff, especially the non-sports related stuff.
Oh, my
Like,
vlogging. You like my vlogging videos?
yeah, I love that
Okay,
shit.
that's what's up. Okay. We can agree and disagree on certain issues. So first of all, I wanted to ask you the biggest question. How do you feel about LeBron James leaving the East and going to the West to go to the Lakers? Do you think it was a good move? Bad
I
move?
mean, in some ways it makes sense because you were telling me that he has a few houses over
Yeah,
there.
he's got two
So I
houses.
guess, yeah, so I guess that's pretty easy resource, but it's just the Lakers, it almost feels like he's going to be running the team again. Like, he was pretty much running the team with the Cavs. I feel like
And the Miami
he's
Heat,
going
he
to...
did the same thing. He basically was
Yeah,
GM, owner, manager, and all that.
exactly. And so I just want him to go to a team that he's not running the team. Like, he's not the only incredibly good player.
Well, you
So,
are aware that Magic Johnson is running the show in LA, and he's the one that pulled the strings to bring LeBron there. I think Magic Johnson's going to tame that beast.
oh, really? You think so?
Hell yeah, Magic Johnson is the man, and he's a good executive. LeBron would not have gone to the Lakers if it was not for Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's the man who pulled the strings. LeBron would not have
Okay.
just wanted to go over there free willingly. He would.
Oh, really?
It took Magic Johnson to bring him in. Now I understand what you're saying. Is you're saying LeBron's going over there? He's gonna just meddly and do the behind the scenes bullshit. He's a drama
Yeah.
queen. I get that, but I think Magic Johnson's gonna tame him though. But let me ask.
Okay.
But let me ask you this: you're a Raptors fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't this benefit you though in the East because your Toronto Raptors now have a chance to win the East? I mean, minus Boston and the Sixers are still kind of in the hunt, but that's one less team you have to worry about in the East. So wouldn't you be a little bit more happy about your Raptors?
Well, that is true, but that's very true. It's just I have so many friends that are Rockets fans, so I'm really just looking out for them. And
Yeah.
honestly, even though I'm not huge on the Rockets, I'd be happy for
You
my
said
friends.
you said you wanted LeBron to come here.
Well, yeah, because honestly, that would be the next dream team. Like, the Rockets would probably end up beating the Warriors if
Yeah,
LeBron
yeah,
was
but you
there.
know the only bad thing about it is when you build a super team, it comes criticism because then they say, "Oh, well, you won the championship because you had to stock up on all these good players," you know.
Yeah, I guess y'all would get a lot of bad rep, which wouldn't be fair for y'all.
You got Kawhi from San Antonio and LeBron on the same team. That's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, that's very true.
But do you think it'll be enough to beat the Warriors?
I honestly don't think so.
I don't either. I think they would have to have a third guy. That's why, like, we're about to get in our next topic. Boogie Cousins, his bitch ass signed a 1-year, $5 million deal to go to the Golden State Warriors to chase a ring. Is it just
Exactly.
me? I mean, what was your feeling when you heard that?
I just think it was literally like I was telling you this morning. It was just straight up a pussy move. That's all I have to say about it. It was a pussy move.
You know, I wonder how Boogie Cousins is going to get along with Draymond Green, considering that both of them have an attitude problem. There's going to have two different egos. I mean, I know he's Boogie Cousins at what did he tear? It's not his ACL. He tore his Achilles, so he's out for 6 months. And basically, he comes back in January. They're going to dominate. You know they're going to dominate during the most important half of the year. Because the first half of the season, no one cares. They only care about maybe the last 20 games, and the playoffs is what matters. He'll be there, and then the Warriors are going to sweep every fucking team in the playoffs. You know this is. You know it's going to happen.
Yep.
And the sad thing is the NBA does not care about their fans. They don't even care about Toronto. Toronto can never win a championship no matter how good you guys are going to be. You got Valanciunas, you got Serge Ibaka, you got Kyle Lowry, you got DeMar DeRozan. You got all these good players on your team, You got something Powell. I can't think of his first name, but he's CJ Miles. You guys got a really good basketball team, but you can never win the finals because the NBA is all about stacking up one or two teams with all-star players.
Mhm.
So like Orlando, Sacramento, Phoenix, Atlanta, Detroit, Houston, all of us are just sitting ducks. We're basically just there to watch them. That's how I feel the NBA is. Do you agree?
Definitely.
I mean, you even told me yourself this morning, Kyra's smart. She said, NHL, they don't have this problem. In Major League Baseball, they don't have this problem. And even in some cases, the NFL. But for some reason in basketball, it's always just two teams that are just really good and the rest of the league, the rest of the teams are just subpar at average.
Yep.
But they need a hard cap. They need it to where you can't go over because the teams like Golden State, LA, even in some cases New York, even though they're not doing good, the Bostons,
when have they done good?
1973, and of course the 94 NBA Finals, 99 NBA Finals, and they've had some playoff appearances, but never were able to win anything since 73. But my point is I guess what I'm saying is how is it that the major market cities can afford to pay over the luxury tax? So like DeMarcus Cousins, for example, they're paying $20 million over the cap so that they could give him the 5. But if you go to Orlando, they can't afford that because they're not a big market city. And that's why I think the NBA needs to like look at that and say, okay, well, half your teams are in small cities. They can't afford the luxury tax if they were to go over. But if you're Golden State, well, hell, you can sign all the players you want, and then your owner has the money to pay it. Like, so if they're paying $30 million in taxes to the NBA, only big market cities can pay it. Chicago, New York, Boston, LA, both LA. Clippers or Lakers because they're both in Los Angeles. Golden State, like, they can afford it. So the NBA needs a hard cap. Otherwise, we're going to see more of this. You're going to see 5 guys going to one team. Every time.
Yeah.
When Golden State's time runs out, you know it and I know it. When your time runs out, they're just going to give it, somebody else is going to take over for another 5 years. They're just going to go, players are just going to go to another team, stock up, and then and just keep winning. That's all it's going to be.
Yeah.
You know, Kyra, it's funny, the other day you mentioned to me, you said my Raptors won't win an NBA Finals till like the year 2100.
Basically.
And then you joked at me. You said, "Am I going to lose all my hair?" Or no, you said, "Will I go bald or will I be dead by that time?" I said, "Yeah, you'll probably go bald, but by the time the Raptors win." I told my homegirl Samantha that the other day too. She's a Magic's fan and she just started fucking just laughing her ass off.
Oh God.
So let me ask you something. Who's your favorite player on the Raptors? Is it Valanciunas? Is it Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, CJ Miles, Serge Ibaka? I mean, is there a particular...
Ibaka. I love Ibaka.
Oh, so Ibaka's your favorite guy. And you know he's not really a guy that puts up points. He's just more of a rim protector kind of guy. But yeah, Serge Ibaka's your man. So Kyle Lowry, I heard, is up for free agency.
I don't think he is yet. I don't know.
Okay, you may got one more year. Okay, because I was told that like they were either going to trade him, consider trading him or something. Like, would you rather keep that team together and just see if y'all can beat Boston? Or would you rather just hit the reset button and just start trading and see what you can get back?
I kind of think we need to hit the reset button.
You think so? Do you think that roster could beat Boston with Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Kyrie Irving's coming back, Gordon Hayward? Do you think your roster and K Smart and all them? Do you think the Raptors could beat the Boston Celtics in the playoffs?
I honestly don't think so yet.
Okay, because they're saying that the Celtics are the dominant force now in the East now that LeBron left, so they're going to take over. Do you know? Do you know? Samantha told me this the other day. She said the NBA is all about historic franchises. Like the Lakers and Celtics used to be in the badass 60s, 70s, even the 80s and 90s. Now you see the Lakers and the Celtics are reloading again. So you see, okay, that kind of fits in that narrative, you know. So now they're going to make a push towards making those two franchises, and I'm using a Trump quote, great again. Let's make
Yep.
these historic franchises great again. And you see that's what they're doing. You know?
Yeah.
Honestly, I know you asked me this the other day. Are you aware that Clint Capella is maybe leaving the Rockets? And this is our best defender on the team. And he may be leaving the
I heard
Rockets.
about that, and I was absolutely floored. Like, that's gonna really, I kind of think that's gonna hurt you guys.
And guess where he's going? Just take a wild guess.
The fucking Warriors?
Nope, they can't afford him.
Oh, okay.
Guess where he's going?
The Lakers?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yep, he just met with them yesterday, and you already know what's going to happen. They're going to offer him the 4 years. They're going to go way over. They're going to give him more money than what we're going to give him. I think we're giving him $22 million or something, but they're going to go way over. We gave Chris Paul a 4-year, $160 million contract.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you your perspective. Would you rather give Chris Paul the money or Clint Capella the money? If you had to pick.
Shit, that's hard, but I'd have to say Chris Paul, honestly.
Okay, so you think Chris Paul should get it?
Absolutely.
Okay, now, I respectfully disagree with you. I think Clint Capella should have got it. Because Clint Capella's 23 years old, Chris Paul's 33, he's injury prone. He costed us Game 6 and 7 with his hip abductor injuries. He's never can play a full season. This guy's always fucking getting hurt.
Okay, I guess I can see your point with that.
I know, but you told me the other day, you said you felt Chris Paul gave us a better chance of winning in the long term, like in the playoffs.
Like by far, honestly.
Yeah, no, I understand your argument, and like I said, without Chris Paul, we probably, I'd like to say we probably would not get to the Western Conference Finals. But what I'm also saying is that I felt like Clint Capella is a young and up and coming guy, and I'm thinking like younger, better, faster, stronger, and preparing for the future. We lost Trevor Ariza to the Suns, who's our second best defender, who at certain times locked down Kevin Durant. And now you got your first best defender possibly leaving, which most likely will. So now we're stuck with no defenders. Just an offensive juggernaut that can run up and down the court and score at will. But we have no defense to stop them when it matters. And I think the Rockets are going to screw themselves over doing this.
Yeah, basically.
But then again, you already know what the Western Conference Finals is going to be, right?
Uh-huh.
Warriors and Lakers.
Yeah.
The writing is on the wall. I mean, the writing is on the fucking wall. It's already there.
It really is.
So, Kyra, what do you think about Boogie? So you said Boogie Cousins going to Warriors was a bitch move.
It really was.
It's
absolutely pathetic.
When that news first broke out, what was the first thing that ran through your mind as a Raptors fan?
I was speechless. I just couldn't stop shaking my head. I was just completely irritated. It was just...
And it's because you know that they're going to win and your team has no chance, basically.
Exactly.
That's how I feel, and that's how the other 28 teams in the league feel. We have no fucking chance. And I'm so fucking sick of this shit. Every fucking year it's like this shit, man.
It is.
It's like these players today are a bunch of fucking pussies. If they can't go to one team to figure it out, if they can't beat somebody, they're like, well, I'm just going to go team up with him because I can't beat him.
Yeah.
That's like saying, I'm in school and I can't pass a test, so I'm going to copy off the next person's test. So you know at the end of the day, we could sit here and talk basketball all day, Kyra, but you know the end result. The Warriors are going to win again.
Yep.
And the Lakers are going to make the Western Conference Finals, and that's going to be your NBA Western Conference Finals, sort of similar how last year it was Rockets and Warriors. Everyone's like, oh, this was the real NBA Finals. Well, now next year, that's going to be the real NBA Finals. I mean, the writing's already on the wall. We already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, honestly, when is this going to change? Never.
If the NBA adds a hard cap, like they do in NHL and NFL, where you can't go over a certain cap, you got to dump players' contracts off, and they spread it around other teams to where they can acquire players, then this shit will stop. But until they do that, it'll never fucking stop. Well, I'm asking you this last question and we're going to get out of here. All right. Is there any team that you feel on the list that can beat the Warriors? Who would it be? Is there anybody that can dethrone them? Or maybe.
Honestly, the only team I could see possibly beating is if Chris Paul can stay the fuck away from injuries. It might actually be possible for the Rockets to beat the Warriors.
Okay, so what about the Lakers? Do you think the Lakers could beat the Warriors?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that the Lakers can beat them just because LeBron is there now.
But is it yes or no? Do the Lakers have enough to beat the Warriors?
No.
So you're saying the only team in the NBA is us? That's it?
Yeah.
Now, hypothetically, if the Raptors went to the finals and faced the Warriors, would the Warriors sweep the Raptors 4-0, or do you think the Raptors can win one game or more?
They'd get swept all the fuck.
I could see Kyle Lowry trying to guard Stephen Curry and DeMar DeRozan trying to guard Thompson.
That would not be pretty. I can't even...
I don't know who the hell y'all would put on Kevin Durant, like Serge Ibaka, I guess, but God, that'd be a horrible matchup.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though, if y'all did get LeBron, that would have been nice. That would have been a nice duo right there, actually.
Oh yeah.
You guys actually would have a chance to win. Y'all probably would beat Boston.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and close this video off. I think me and Kyra have been blabbering our fucking asses off for a long time. And we're going to go ahead and sign up out of here. So, Kyra, is there anything you would like to say before we leave?
I mean, I just want to give a shout out to your YouTube. I mean, you have a lot of good stuff and you don't get enough views.
Oh, man, I definitely deserve it. I think I'm the smartest individual on YouTube.
Well, don't get too high on yourself, man.
All right, we're going to go ahead and sign up out of here. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Until next time, it's the Sexiest Man Alive in Universe channel, RaptorsgirlKira. And we are signing out. Say goodbye, Kyra.
Bye. Peace.